Karibuni wazee wangu.
Bwana K, twenzetu mwanangu.
Na nini?
Bwana sina idea yoyote yani. Bwana bonge la sehemu. Bwana da! Basi twende. Sera.
Prego, accomodatevi che adesso ci divertiamo.
Grazie.
Signore, mi spiace, poche
Guarda,
avete perso.
Oh yeah.
You're my number one, full of quality, and I am your love. Yes, it is opportunity, just you and me. We believe we can live. I say, I say, crazy, and I want to be mine. You are my sunshine girl, baby, you looking so fine. I like it where you are my selection, my sweet, my love, my meditation. Wherever you need it, let me know, cause I don't wanna lose you. I call you my queen, my precious love. Baby, could you let me be your star? You are my number one, yes, I can't deny. I'll be your lover, you could be fine. Danga eka, kila kukecha, utapo amka, nitakukesia. I love you girl, oh, you're my baby, you're my lover. I call you my lady, yeah. Piri 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 ba 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 le, oh. My mind go crazy. You rock my mind, baby, one more time. Go on to your love, baby, I'm having a good time. Baby, you're the one I need.
Principal Tom and Major, run down in a speeder. Zero Roma mean a tinga. Figure like a lamba down the limit, ya come out with zinga. Singer, storyteller nigga.
Yeah. So aloma mrembo umeombeka kiasili, una mvuto wa kutisho na wakosha safiri, kila kono nayopita wenzako wanakujadili, kiangazi mpaka masika, matozi wanatia kiri. Rude boy gets on me, come selector, Joe Divi Jolly Swissi, kila sector, mtoto na mvuto wa mwili, body haters, wako sipindui na kiri. Now one, me and Nijala all long time, all I want you to be on mine, like a star baby we can shine, I don't lie. Come on then! Now one, me and Nijala all long time, all I want you to be on mine, like a star baby we can shine, I don't lie. Bumbleclaw, ratatat.
Karibuni você Varoma.
Welcome to African in New York. Today we have Ndali Kashume, the director and founder of Speaking Wombs. Welcome, Ndali.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I just want you to tell us what you do and what is your organization.
Well, Speaking Wombs is an organization that advocates for women and youth transformational leadership. We now in the US, we have been existing for the past 2.5 years. Prior to that, I actually started the organization back home. I used to highlight the contributions of women in society. And so a couple of years later, I then decided to start again here in the US. And our main goal, our main mission is to encourage and to inspire women to step into the leadership role.
Yeah, so this is New York. You have a lot of ambitious women. So what do you do?
Well, basically, we have a COIN initiative, which is called the Speaking Wombs Global Women's Parliament. And this is a parliamentary session that is hosted every year. We are now, this year would be our second event. We have women who partake in the parliament. It's conducted in a debate style, and we debate on global issues that pertain to economics, politics, the arts, business and technology. And the idea really is to stimulate critical and analytical thinking amongst women and youth. I do believe that, you know, leadership itself should be implemented in a balanced sense. So when we advocate for women and youth leadership, we're not saying that, you know, women and youth should take over. We're saying that within governments, within organizations, within businesses, there should be a balance of both leadership from women and men. So yeah, we facilitate in readying women and youth to step into leadership roles, and we aim to inspire women and youth who are ready to step into leadership roles. Particularly this year, we're looking at women who are interested in stepping into the political arena, because a lot of women shy away from that. But, you know, we do believe that to have women in the parliament, to have women in legislation will help to balance governments.
Yeah, so you talked about the parliament here.
Yes.
I'm trying to understand the structure and how is it done and who the parliament is responsible for. Like I mean, do you have to report to a certain organization, or is this kind of an initiative that you and others take, and then, you know, because you're kind of trying to achieve something, you know, to advocate for women.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm trying to understand who is behind this and how
it's run.
Yes.
So the Speaking Wombs organization is behind it. It's non-governmental. We are, a societal-based organization. And we partner with the African Union based here in New York. That's where the parliament is held every April 30th. From the sessions, we collect data, which will then be used in the future to facilitate, the education of women who are stepping into leadership roles. So the structure is that it's a non-governmental structure, and we use the world debate style, where we have a notion that is tabled in the House, and we have women who are for the notion and women who are against the notion. And like I said, the idea really is to stimulate critical and analytical thinking and to see what we can derive from that. It's all also a matter of putting into practice what the idea of women's leadership looks like, what the idea of having a parliament where women are present, more women are present, looks like. I think that we're in a...
Yeah, so you are speaking for women, in terms of telling them come out and take leadership positions,
Yes.
And I know that in some countries there are like special seats for women in parliaments and in, government. And in other countries, they don't have special seats for women. And, the reason why I'm saying this is because in some societies, women don't come out to take leadership roles because of, there are other roles of being mother and women, domestic women, like taking care of the household.
Right.
So how do you achieve this? I mean, how is it done, and do you think that you're going to succeed?
Well, it's very interesting that you mention the role of a woman and the domestic aspect to it. What a lot of people don't somewhat connect is this, that a woman in a household is a leader. You are leading because you are leading your household. And as a matter of fact, and I think even in ancient Africa specifically, you had matrilineal systems. You had matrilineal government systems, community-based systems that were matrilineal, that were led by women. Women don't only lead outside, but like I said, you lead in the house, you lead in the community, you lead in the village, you're always a leader. And a lot of people don't really see that, we're not seen as leaders in general. So I believe that we're leaders by nature.
Was the Word, and the Word was in her. The motherland is the womb of the earth. She is ready to speak. Spearheading the call for a universal rise of women leaders, the Speaking Wombs organization echoes the voices of women from Africa, Asia, the Americas, Europe, and the entire globe at the Speaking Wombs Global Women's Parliament. Partnering with the African Union on April 30th, 2014, women from all over the globe will come together, representing every country in the motherland, all the regions in the Americas, and the villages of Asia and Europe. Women will speak. This is the call for our generation. Streaming live, the world is invited to witness a voice it has not heard before. No one should miss this. Womb of the motherland, she speaks.
Is watching, and they know that every year in New York City we celebrate Women's Day.
Yes.
And how do you participate?
Well, actually, we participate quite fully this year for International Women's Day. We participated in the Beijing 20+ conference. The opening ceremony was held in Harlem at the Apollo Theater, and Speaking Wombs was part of it. And it was fantastic. Women came from all over the world. We also participated in the International Women's Day March. There was a march for gender equality, and New York City came out. I was very, very proud of the city. New York City came out and marched and said, gender equality is something that should be put on the forefront of the agenda of governments.
Like, how women from New York City participate in your organization, your events? I mean, how do you
Well,
involve them?
we always invite women to be MPs, members of parliament. Right now, we have quite an interesting list lined up of members of parliament, and then also those who are not going to be MPs, they are invited as observatory members of parliament.
I've been so blessed to come back from East Africa, Tanzania, Zanzibar. I'm just getting back. I'm still in a jet lag. But it's important to reflect on the womb of wombs, which is the continent, Mother Africa. There is no other womb like her womb. When we talk about the womb and the leadership and the role of Mother Africa, she's always had a role to play and to govern. She is the womb that you're looking for. It is Mother Africa. I think that our sister has lost her mind. We cannot be in leadership. We're in leadership all day long. I mean, we're in leadership. Who are we going to have our babies with? We're in leadership of what we're going to do and how we're going to feed or not feed you. Your Honor, we're in leadership. I mean, how can we not sit back and do what? Not say something? We must talk all the time. Men, they don't allow women to be involved in politics. Because of that, women stay home.
So at the end of the day, whether Beyonce's on stage or Beyonce's showing is that she can be on stage and shake it all she wants on stage, but she can come off stage and actually be the wife she needs to be to Jay-Z, be the mom she needs to be with her daughter, be the aunt to Jules, be the sister to Solange, and the daughter to get her mother through her husband, or her father who was cheating. So therefore, I believe that a woman takes on many tasks, but at the end of the day, I say that a woman knows when to be a lady and when not to be. She knows when to be an executive and when not to be. She knows when to hold her tongue and she knows when to speak that wisdom falls out of her.
That is the thing. So there's no way women can make decisions for us. Women are supposed to be in the kitchen, cook, take care of the children, husband and wife. And in fact, Mr. Chair, I would even suggest that there should be somebody by the kitchen to make sure the woman is good. First of all, women are great negotiators. They can negotiate with their husband when they don't want to go to bed with him. And do it in such a way that the man will still think that he's in control. So, because of that ability, women can negotiate any deal.
You know, a man when he comes back from work is always like thinking about him. Did you cook? Did you do something? Or, you know, it's never for how is my son, how is my daughter, what she's doing, you know? Tell me if you've ever seen a child throw a temper tantrum. Crying, kicking and screaming, yeah? That's a woman for you, okay? So, it's conception that just women are emotional. Men are emotional as well. They just express it differently. So men get angry, men get jealous, men get prideful. And all of these things are, all these emotions also impact people's or our decision-making process. Yes. So, quite honestly, you know, everybody needs to learn how to allow their decisions to fuel certain actions, however, not let it impact their ability to make decisions. So there's no difference. It's not gender specific. It's not, you know, women get.
Someone would say like, okay, so I'm watching this and I understand what you're saying, and the role of Parliament is like Congress, you know, you formulate some policies and after that you need to see the implementation
right.
of those policies.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure that the Parliament makes some decisions and some policies. So how do you how do you make these policies be implemented?
Right. Well, right now we're in our second year, so we're at the phase of collecting the data. The idea, even the name speaking wombs, and a lot of people ask me to explain that. I say, well, you see, when a woman speaks from the depth of her womb, wisdom is born.
Right.
And so that is very critical data, and that is what we will use as policies. So, like I said, we're collecting the data.
You know, like, I understand, I mean, everybody knows, like, women have come a long way with the issues of voting and, you know, the pay, you know, men and women, the pay is I think it's still not the same.
It's still not the same. Women are still underpaid.
Even though women are increasingly breadwinners.
Yes.
There are a lot of families that are led by women because women are breadwinners.
Right.
So, I mean, how do you think that you're going to address these issues?
Well, these issues are very complex issues, but from our standpoint, what we can do is continue to make it an ongoing conversation.
That if you train a woman, you have trained the
You've
society.
trained the society, exactly.
Yes.
Because as women, we have that nurturing aspect to us. We don't just look at the individual. I know for myself, like every time I get up in the morning, I don't get up just for myself. You always think about the community. You always think about the bigger picture.
Now, to conclude, what is speaking wombs, and what do you think that it's important? Just, you know, in a summary, and then how do you, you know, say bye to our audience?
Well, thank you so much for having me. First of all, thank you for this platform. It's always great to be able to come and speak about something that I believe, you know, has a contributive aspect to it, speaking wombs. We advocate for women and youth leadership, and we come from the standpoint of equality, which is very, very important, you know, be it in any setting. And I look very much forward to people coming to engage with us. We always engage with the communities. That's how I believe we can bring about change. Social change is brought about by movements. You know, social change is brought about by people who find the courage within themselves to try to change something. And that's what we do at Speaking Wombs. We are really a group of people who believe in a vision, who have a vision, and who say, you know, the world will be a better place if things are put back into balance. So thank you so much for this platform. I definitely enjoyed my time here.
Thank you so much, Ndali Kashume.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for telling us what you do, and, you know, for letting us know about your organization, Speaking Wombs. And now we are closing. Thank you, the audience, for watching this one. Today we had Ndali Kashume, the founding director of Speaking Wombs, an organization that has its headquarters in Harlem, in New York City. Now, this is African in New York. I would like to say thank you for watching, and bye-bye. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.